especially ending with a shootout.
Yeah, no, they had some fun. Obviously, training camp. There's times to, the coaches are implementing systems and drills and details to the games, and but I think it's also important for the players to get some time to play, and they got to do that a little bit before they get into a highly competitive game for the exhibition. So no matter if you're a young guy, old guy, I think they appreciate getting some game-like play before they get into the exhibition games against other teams. So they finished off with some goals and the shootouts. It was nice. I think also seeing some of the guys get the opportunity to shoot out who probably haven't done it for quite a while. So I like the guys giving those guys a hard time as they have their opportunity.
Especially Picks as well. He was having a good time.
Yeah, Spix would give them the guys a hard time for whatever they were doing.
Tomorrow is your first opportunity to see some new faces in game action. From your perspective in the team, what sorts of things are you looking for? I mean, you do have several preseason games before the regular season.
Yeah, we want to implement our system, so there's an opportunity to do some coaching and get the guys comfortable with what we're doing. And it's not this is what we're doing and let's roll with it. It's ongoing, and it's ongoing right through April, May, even June. But definitely this time of the year, it's very important that we're telling the guys what we want to do, and but also very important where there's a lot of evaluation. No matter if it's a guy who's just coming within the organization or, more for me as guys who, where they fit into our lineup or if they do. So, it'll be nice to see the guys have that game tomorrow.
It's just the first scrimmage at camp, but McDavid and Draisaitl together. What was the thought process there?
Yeah, they'll be playing together as always on the wing. First 2 days of camp, Leon was playing center, so just going as usual.
Okay. You spoke earlier about Savoy and Howard's, not starting in the top six because that's biting off a little more than they can chew. So if it's not in their sort of natural DNA to be third and fourth line guys, how do they stand out if it's not by scoring goals and setting up?
Ultimately, we just want them playing good hockey, getting the puck out, good defensive hockey, and being able to make a play under pressure. Both of them will have opportunities to play on the power play, and if they make it, or even if they are on our team or if they're not, but if they were to be here, opportunities for that. I think there's too much that goes into, you're playing on the top six or bottom six. I think they need to contribute, playing their game, and do they complement the other guys that they're playing with? So, I've seen a lot of third lines that outscore the second lines, and so it's not necessarily. I don't know. I just think too much is looked into what line you're on.
Kris, will Howard and someone play here tomorrow, or have you made up your
What's
mind?
that?
Will they both play here in Edmonton tomorrow, or you decided?
I don't recall. It's been decided. I can't recall if both of them are playing at home, but I know one of them for sure. And I don't want to say and then get it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kris, a slower start than you probably would have liked to see last year and the year before, even though you weren't around for that one. Heading into these exhibition and preseason games, how much weight do you put on them, and is there anything you could do differently to try and catapult in a little bit quicker?
Obviously 2 years ago I wasn't here, so I wasn't part of that. And last year it wasn't the start, but I'm not sure if it was anything to do with how we played exhibition games or how we practiced. And, there's definitely things that could have been done better, but I just know that we're kind of dragging a lot of weight, a lot of just emotional baggage, or I don't know how to say it, but just we weren't fired up to play hockey as maybe another team that had been off since April. We lost Game 7, a very close game, and I don't think we're really fired up to start. And you could tell through training camp and exhibition games that we weren't firing on all cylinders like we should have. And I think we're from what I see, I think we're off to a better start. I think we're off to our mentality's getting ready for day one a lot more than we were last year. So, yeah, I think there's definitely things that we learned from last year, but I think everyone's in a better frame of mind this year.
What have your first impressions of Monte been?
Yeah, no, I knew him quite a bit from coaching against him in junior, and I thought of him as a very highly skilled player, one of the best in the OHL, and seeing him in the NHL, but not certainly seen him a lot, but through camp so far, a guy who's very tenacious, pretty good with a puck, but also just finds ways to score goals and getting open and being very quick. So, I think, wherever he is in the lineup, whether we, killing penalties or maybe playing against other teams' top lines, I think because he's very tenacious, quick, a smart player that can check well, or he can complement our top players and play with those guys. So, I don't know, I just think a very smart hockey player who's quick and can play, I guess very versatile to his game.
Kris, what is your early impression on number 37, Atro Leppänen?
Obviously, I would like to see him in the games, but so far in these 3 practices, he's been impressed very well. A guy who's smart with the puck, composed. As we get into the games, we'll get into finding out, the checking's a lot tighter. There's a little more or less space, and then that's really where you get to evaluate the players. But right now, I think a very good head on his shoulders. Puck play is, I would say, definitely at an NHL level, just because, from the passing and how he protects it, and the plays that he makes. As we get into these exhibition games, we'll see it at a different level, and I would like to see him. I think it'll be a great test for him.
Vilhelmi Marhala has been really solid through the last week. He's shined in the rookie games. He's been doing really good in the practices. What have you noted from him?
I was very impressed. So here's a player that I didn't know at all coming in here, and then through the rookie games, I thought he was one of the better players. Put in a great performance both of the games. I think between after Savoy and Howard, he's probably the next guy up for the way he played. But I think he's from what I see, a skilled player who can contribute some offense, and that's probably more of a passer, a disher. But he's had a very strong start of camp.